Well, I'll give you 2 nuts instead. That will count, right? It's like
I
kind of, but
guess.
not really. It's like you put in more effort for nothing, really. Did you just post a Jagras quest?
You said you didn't do any of the high rank
I
ones.
didn't. I didn't. You're right. Does that make sense? That analogy?
Connor, what made sense to me is now I know that you're completely insane.
I just want to lead a humble life, you know. Just, just get older,
So tell
have
me
have a
again why you
career.
think furries is a logical thing.
I'm not. Okay, you know what? No, I am saying. I am saying I understand where they could possibly be coming from. Okay? If it's.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure that I was hearing you right and that you somewhat understand
I
why
somewhat understand.
furries are furries.
Now, this is the thing, though. And again, because if I am misconstruing this, it's because I don't have the knowledge. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't understand if their intention is, wow, that that whale is really hot. I'd sure like to plug up those holes. I don't get that. That's weird to me. Now, if they're coming from the perspective of, you know, my girl, we're trying to liven up our sex life, we've been going at it, and nothing seems to really get that same urge, right? Nothing gets to get that same reaction that I once had. I want to get it back. I want to feel new again. I want to feel everything differently than I did before. And she's like, well, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. And you come home one day and you go to the bedroom. You're like, oh, I wonder where she's at. I haven't seen her today. Where could she be? And you walk in and like, honey, I'm home. Like, you want to smash? He's like, just a sec, dear. And she comes out of the bathroom and she's just in a whale costume, like, and maybe if you know that, if you're like, yes, this is my wife, this is my girlfriend, and she is dressed up as a whale, and it's still her, but she's dressed up like a whale.
But why is her dressing up as a whale turning you on?
Because it's different. You don't
No,
know.
that doesn't make sense.
It's like you're
It's
fully
not
aware of the fact
different.
that you're going to be fucking a
Connor,
human,
getting tied up is
but
different.
but
Being
is it
dressed in a
though?
whale
Is it though?
costume is not different. That's just weird. Why do you want to fuck somebody in a whale costume? That doesn't make sense.
You know, maybe in the right lighting,
No.
you have a water bed, and you just like, yeah, oh, I feel like I'm just in the ocean right now. I feel like I'm I'm something different than a normal human. I'm something different. Like I'm just a sea creature. I'm just a sea creature at sea right now. And I've just happened upon this majestic, beautiful orca whale, and you just think, wow, you know, I just want to go with the waves and let me just get in there, right? That whole
No.
looking
No,
beautiful,
not right. Not
spewing
right.
water everywhere, and you just want to. It's like you're in motion. It's like you're moving in the water, and there's nothing quite like it because you've lived on land your entire life. But for this moment, for this 10 minutes, because let's not kid ourselves right now. For this 10 minutes, you feel like this is really something. This is something different that I've never experienced before. I think that's enlightening. I could see where someone could come up with that. I could.
No, Connor. No.
Why not? But actually, why not? It's
Because at
one thing
no
to be
point
bestiality.
in
It's
my
one thing.
relationship, at no fucking point would I turn around and be like, you know what? My wife dressing up as an animal is so fucking hot. Like, there's nothing about that that is hot to me.
It's a new look.
No,
She feels
no.
free. She feels like she could take on the entire ocean world.
No, Connor. No. Just no. Just no.
Just
Fuck you.
open that
No.
mouth up, eat all of the shrimp ever, like that's out
See, like,
there,
you're making
a
it worse.
million
You're
at a
making it so much
time.
worse.
And you know, hey, this little guy over here, this little fishy, you know, he's getting a little close to me. I'm very excited right now. You know, I think that is something that could be believable. It's unlike anything you've ever felt before anyway. Why wouldn't that liven up your sex life? Why
Alright,
not?
this is all I have to tell you about that situation that you're talking about right now. Why do furries exist? Like, seriously, what's the appeal? They like
That's
to
the
take on.
appeal.
No, no, no,
That's what
shut
I
up,
would
listen,
interpret
shut
as
up
the
and listen,
appeal.
shut up and listen, shut up and
Okay,
listen.
okay.
They like to take on a character of their costume being completely covered and set free from social awkwardness by being confident to do whatever their heart desires. I blame the internet. It's fetishism aimed towards a socially inept. It provides a sense of community whilst filling in a sexual void with things that are similar to people, but not close enough to an animal for it to be a negative thing. I don't think furries can cope with the responsibility and stress of being an adult human, especially the socialization aspect. It's an escapist fantasy. Do you want
And
me to keep reading?
yeah, I was like, damn, that sounded that was interesting. That's a little bit out of his normal wheelhouse. I
As far as the actual furry porn goes, I'm attracted to the physical aspect of the human body, but only for an idealistic standpoint. If you actually have sex, you'll see that it's nothing like the hyper-sexualized and unrealistic world of porn. Nobody ever really has a perfect body sculpted from the gods, blah blah blah. Nor are they genuinely hairless on their bodies, and none of them smell like a complete ass. But since I'm still a highly sexual person, I tend to get bored and underwhelmed with vanilla human porn. So I turn to more hypersexualized mindsets of porn to get my fix. But what does this have to do with stitching an animal head on a human? I don't get that. Most of us grew up watching Disney or reading books with animals. They served as a distraction from the real world or a way of circumventing and solving any problems you may have faced in the real world through a different lens or a sort from a story. offer some kind of social commentary underneath the colorful. Okay, this dude's losing me here. Furries look. Furries like me look back on happy memories of the past to ease themselves in the present, or sometimes bring themselves into the present, especially with the advent of the internet and all being related, to sometimes creating a character that can serve as a sort of human vessel without them actually being human. Besides, when I see a straight up banging booty, I tend to look at it rather than face it the face that's attached to it. Who cares if there's some sort of dead fish or whatever stitched onto the neck? I'm just here to jerk off.
Well,
Okay.
well,
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Fuck furries. I'm done. He kind of had me in the beginning where I was like, all right, this kind of makes sense, and then he went into a whole different route where I'm like, fuck that.
because he was talking about furry porn more than anything. I'm talking about the actual, I guess, act of two furries like yiffing, right?
Second person. It's a creative form of expression and an interesting artistic design. It also provides a form of escapism, and the bizarreness of it appeals to people's desires to be
That
different and have some kind of unique
that right
personal
there,
identity.
that
At the same
that is what
time,
I
it
think
has its
I could
own
see.
community to create a sense of belonging, especially for people who struggle to fit in with other communities. The sexual aspect of it is more or less the same as the sexual aspect of any subculture, ignoring the obvious distinguished qualities of furries. That you get, that part you understood.
The escapism makes sense to me. Other than that, I think they're deluding themselves of what they actually think. I think the escapism is probably the only thing. I mean, maybe if you want to make a social commentary on it, yeah, I guess if you aren't fitting in with other communities, but you need someone to just feel some kind of an attachment to, maybe that would be another outlet. But if they're using it as just an outlet, then I feel like there's more normal outlets you could express it in that wouldn't be as alienated. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Are there any
Honestly,
other
I'm becoming
things?
less and less sure as we go on.
I was gonna say,